Speaking of struggles, man, Aaron Rodgers. Man, it is very unfortunate to see a man. Honestly, I didn't even know what happened when he sat back on that ground. I was like, what's going on? Why did he sit back down? And then next thing I know, they carting him away. I'm like, oh, okay. Put him in the tent, and then he's going to the back. Next thing you know, they talking about X-rays. And now we hear about a torn Achilles. I'm like, whew. But torn Achilles. Hey, Tommy Grand, I know you know a little something about torn Achilles. You want to get into this one?
I want to first say that I would never wish any sort of injury of this, any sort of torn Achilles on anyone. I know that Aaron Rodgers and the Cowboys have a very long history where he breaks our hearts over and over and over again. I tend to tell friends and strangers, colleagues alike, I'm in an emotionally abusive relationship with the Dallas Cowboys, and Aaron Rodgers plays a really large part in that. But seeing that torn Achilles, it breaks my heart because the Jets look like they were primed to win the AFC East. They look like they were primed to make a very long run. The Williams brothers, Sauce Gardner, CJ Mosley. I've spoken highly about that team for a very long time, and they just were missing a quarterback, and now they're back to the drawing board with Zach Wilson. I wish Aaron Rodgers a successful recovery. I heard somebody say not a speedy recovery, but a successful recovery, and that makes absolute sense. That's exactly how I feel.
Schefter
Take
just
your
put out a
time.
tweet with Aaron Rodgers like getting surgery. Like he just like got out of surgery. Like as you said that,
That's
like I
good.
saw the tweet.
Yeah, no,
Bruh,
that's good
like
because
I don't respect that nobody gives Zach Wilson no credit, bro.
Oh, he hasn't done nothing to get
yeah, I mean
respectfully. He was a
he
high
he
draft
upset.
pick, a lot of potential, but hasn't done anything with it. So
He ain't
yeah,
have nothing to do. What did you expect him? What weapons has he had since he's been there? I dare somebody call Elijah Moore a weapon.
Garrett Wilson last year, I mean, he made offensive player of the year, and they had a
One
bench Zach
year.
Wilson.
You just
They,
had Garrett, and then after getting Garrett, now Aaron Rodgers was coming in to
but I'm
take
just
over.
saying they benched him in that same season because he was so bad. They had what's his name? The journeyman come in. Um,
Don't disrespect Joe Flacco.
Not
Don't.
Flacco. Yes, Flacco was there, but there was another person.
You talking about the receiver Jameson Crowder?
No,
Oh,
his
he's talking
quarterback.
about the other quarterback. Nah, Zach got hurt.
Was it
That's
Mike?
why
Was it
Zach.
Mike White? Was it Mike White?
Oh yeah, Mike
But
White.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking
that was
yeah.
because Zach got hurt. If I'm correct,
about. Zach was playing terrible. That's the reason they had Joe.
No,
I'm
yeah, they
pretty
they
sure.
ended
I
up
think he
benching
got
him.
hurt, but the reason he didn't get his job back was because
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
wasn't
but he
playing.
did
But
get
he,
his job back after he got hurt. That was the problem.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, exactly. So
We bought in Aaron Rodgers after he got hurt. So why would we want to play you right then? We didn't have a reason to play you. We just bought in
I
Aaron
mean,
Rodgers.
Zach clearly wasn't ready. A lot of times they
Boy,
the NFL will rush guys in because they're like, they want that, that guy, like, okay, we brought you in at the draft. You had 1 year, we didn't expect anything. Year two, we expect Mahomes or, we expect, a Lamar Jackson season or whatever. And a lot of guys need more development in that. You look at Jordan Love in Green Bay, see how he's come along. How many years did he end up sitting? About 3 years or so. He looked
who did
great.
he sit behind though as well?
Rodgers, obviously. So Zach Wilson sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, we expected him to improve. I remember Aaron Rodgers, one of his opening things he said for the Jets was, I'm going to come in here for a few years, I'm going to play great ball, and then I'm going to hand it off to Zach, So ideally his plan seemed to be, I'm going to come in here for a few years, whatever. And, Zach is going to be under us. They spent, the high capital on him. Then afterwards, we want him to take over. He just wasn't ready. Guys need more time. Zach obviously needed more time. Hopefully he picked up some things from Aaron, just during the time. Hopefully Aaron's still available. I can't imagine that he wouldn't be, but just to kind of mentally prepare him, whatever tricks of the trade, I don't know what it is, but he wasn't ready. That's the point. He wasn't ready. That's the whole reason they brought Aaron Rodgers in. They moved heaven and earth to get him.
There's absolutely no way Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back next season because it's in the script. Rodgers for comeback player of the year next year. I'm stamping it right here, right now, letting everybody know.
It's
I
also
mean,
not
Putting
for
him.
him to change the viewpoint that people have of him. I think the viewpoint is that he's smug, he's a bit of an asshole, he thinks he's better than everyone. He has this persona about him. He is great, but it's just like he has this persona. I think this opportunity to come back, I think that will kind of change people's perception of Aaron, and I think he would jump at that opportunity. I don't know. He seemed different. I'll say that he seemed different since arriving to the Jets or whatever. So I think he's gonna come back. I
I
agree.
will,
I agree.
I will say that Achilles injury is it's definitely hard to recover from, especially at 39 years old. But he also has millions of dollars to rehab and put into his body. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows?